Listen up. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast belong solely to the podcast participants, and not to any participant's employer, organization, committee, or other group or individual. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. You know, for fun. So lighten up and enjoy. Oh, Stomping Jen.
Yes.
With your upset tummy and your, what else was your problem? Scratchy throat.
Yep.
You better enjoy it. Episode 59. We're here. We might not make it to 60. I'm surprised we made it to 59. All right? But on this one, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, some other stuff, and a list. We're back to the list, the 52 lists for happiness. And this is list number
40.
40. Only 12 more of these motherfuckers to go.
12 more weeks.
Yep. And this one is things that felt important 5 or 10 years ago, but are unimportant now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to do a review of The Irishman. Sound good?
Sound good.
We ready to roll?
Mm-hmm.
Say it. Ready to roll.
Ready to roll.
The Soft Serve Podcast.
Creamy, delicious ideas without the creepy truck. Oh, so creamy. Creamy.
I just added 2 more movies that we watched over the weekend.
What did you add?
I'll tell you when we get to the movies.
Oh, well, we're just going to mention them. We're not going to do full reviews.
Oh. Book
Yeah?
smart, and he won't get far on foot.
All right, we'll mention it when we get there, okay?
All right, we'll mention it again.
Oh, I didn't mention in the intro, our friend Legs wants to participate. I don't know when we should call him. When do you think we should actually call him?
Before news and shoutouts, we could talk about Thanksgiving.
Before news and shoutouts?
I mean, like...
That would be right now.
No. I'm saying, like, we'll do the intro, and then we'll call him, and we'll talk about Thanksgiving.
I did the intro. What are you talking about?
Your bumper.
Oh, I see. After news and shoutouts. We want Legs to join us after we get going on news and shoutouts. All right.
At the beginning.
All right. Oh, I wanted to mention, we have listeners, you don't believe me, ever, from new countries. I sent myself a text, a screenshot. I want to give these folks a shout out. We have new downloads in Mexico, Ukraine, Australia, Canada, France, Italy, and the Netherlands.
Cool.
All last week.
Very cool.
So that's for you, foreigners. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
We like them?
Oh, yes.
Okay, we like the foreigners.
We
Keep
don't
listening.
dislike them.
Keep listening, foreigners. So, and if you are listening to this and you're a foreigner or a non-foreigner, what we want to say is please ask your friends to listen to us, to join the Soft Serve podcast family.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to us on your favorite podcast app.
Mm-hmm.
Download our shit. That always helps.
Mm-hmm.
And leave us a review.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Engage with us on social media.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We want you to engage with us.
Yep.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what week number in a row this is that I'm drinking Jack Daniels, but it's week number blah, blah, blah. Okay?
Jack Daniels.
Yep. And I'm committed. This podcast is going to be an hour or
Okay.
less. Okay?
We're gonna do it.
We're going to go through this.
Okay.
Okay? This was on advice of our friend of the podcast and guest, Legs, who requested to be on this episode this evening.
Great.
So we're going to call Legs.
Yeah, let's call him.
Okay, we want him to be part of the news.
Yeah.
We'll hit him up after we do the news bumper. Okay?
It's only what I said for the
Glad
last 5 minutes.
I'm glad I thought of that.
Get his number. Well, this is happening.
I'm working on it. I don't know how to find it.
Oh my God. See, this is where we talked about it and you did not prepare yourself.
There he is. Legs. It's in my phone as Legs. All right. We're going to try calling Legs now, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, we have to keep in mind that Legs can't hear any of our sound effects. It says it's calling
I
Legs.
don't hear the phone ringing.
You don't?
No. Do you?
No, because it didn't connect yet. The snowstorm might make it difficult, actually, because we're trying to call on a mobile. So I don't know what's happening.
Is our Wi-Fi out?
No,
We should have Wi-Fi calling.
our Wi-Fi is working.
Mm-hmm.
So, here we go. It says it's connected, but I don't hear him. Oh, I have
Your
him.
voicemail is being transcribed.
Oh,
What the fuck is that? Okay.
you called the wrong number.
No, I didn't. This is his phone number. Oh, hold on. Let me check. I can't do anything. You notice that?
Well, I did recommend certain things that I don't think that
I don't know.
you did.
What did you recommend to me?
Is he aware that you're about to try to
Yeah,
call
he
him?
knows.
Okay, he should be on standby.
He is on standby.
Okay. You should tell him to call.
It's ringing.
That sounds a lot
We're
better.
wasting so much time.
Well, here we go.
This might be the other way to call him.
Mm-hmm. Should have him.
I'll try texting him. I'm not putting up with this shit for much longer. I'm going to tell you that right now.
God.
Hello, Richard. It's going to say that. Watch.
Who's Richard?
Hi, Knight. Is currently unavailable. Please speak clearly. Your voicemail is being transcribed.
Yeah, it's not working. I'm not putting up with this.
Tell him to call us.
All right, hold on. Call me. I'm going to type in my number here. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beep 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 beep.
So entertaining. All right, we'll see. We'll see if he calls. Fuck
All
it.
right.
We're going to move ahead. I'm not
All
waiting
right.
for this shit.
All right.
Fucking try to call the number I have for Legs in my phone. It doesn't work.
It worked.
Didn't work for me.
It went to voicemail, but it worked.
Where's Mr. E? He's the better guest.
Oh my God.
He's available.
You gonna call him?
No.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
My God.
He doesn't want to be on tonight. Trust me. You could try calling Shivering Jim.
Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Nobody wants to be surprised by
Why
the
not?
Soft Serve
It's
podcast.
the best way to be.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's jump into this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We just got on the other side of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Talk about it. You were there. You have something to say about it, right?
I was. We talked about the brine versus no brine turkey that we got.
Yeah. How was
It came out excellent.
Tell people.
You
Did
made
I
a turkey and it was good.
did I brine it?
You brined it.
Was it good?
It was delicious.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So the rest of the meal was pretty normal.
What did you make?
I mean, squash biscuits and
I don't have a squash sound effect.
and roast Brussels sprouts and kale salad that lasted us till today.
Yeah, now that's the thing that's been upsetting your stomach.
I know, but I love it. It's so good. I shouldn't eat anymore. Well, it's all gone. So
Why do you keep eating stuff that's upsetting your stomach?
I don't know. Vegetables shouldn't upset your stomach.
Well, if you don't eat a lot of vegetables, they do
though.
upset your stomach.
But that's the thing. We eat
You need to eat more turkey.
we eat quite a lot of vegetables here in our house.
That's because we have a farm share.
Right. So we did try something different. And we got some
Go ahead.
baked goods and some stuffing from our farm who have a bakery up in in their other location
It was from our farm.
from our farm, our sister farm, I would call it. It's a bakery that's like a sister to them.
Yeah.
Which we've talked about, the bread that we get from them, and we enjoy the bread.
Oh, we enjoy the hell out of that bread.
It's
but it's
delicious.
making me fat.
No, that's not what's making me.
What's
fat.
making me fat?
Nothing.
Oh, you admit that I'm getting fat.
I didn't
Oh.
say it was making you fat. I'm saying
It's not just all muscle.
It's not. Whatever is happening with you has nothing to do with bread.
What does it have to do with?
I don't know. That's for you to figure out. Anyways, we ordered a pumpkin pie and some other baked good. And
Yeah.
in addition to those baked goods, we decided to, upon Space Unicorn's request, make a lemon pie.
Okay.
And what was the winner on the desserts?
The turkey pudding I made.
You didn't make a turkey pudding.
Yes, I did.
All right.
The lemon pie was the winner.
The lemon pie.
It was great.
Doo-doo.
Hold on.
No,
I have to get back to that.
No. Sound
Just-
effects are made to be happening at the
Nope,
time.
nope. There we go.
Goodness gracious.
That was the lemon pie sound effect.
People, we need a new sound guy. Anyways, we had lemon pie. It was delicious.
Yeah. Somebody want to come and run this board so I can just focus on talking? That would be great.
I'll do that.
No, because I need you to focus on talking. You're my co-host.
Oh my God. But you're the co-host too. You're the host.
Whenever you're clicking, stop clicking in your hand. I
I'm
can
gonna
hear it.
Click it right up your ass.
Give it. Oh,
No.
really?
It's my pen. You can't have it. So
Let's talk more about clicking that thing up my ass.
anyways,
please.
Thanksgiving was fun. We watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Yeah. What else did we watch?
We did some puzzle. We did a puzzle. Well, the kids and my brother made a puzzle. And
They completed that whole thing. It was pretty impressive. It was like a crayon puzzle.
it was vintage pencils.
I don't know what it
It
was.
was a 500-piece
It looked
puzzle.
like crayons to me.
Mhm.
I didn't have them on my glasses though, so maybe that's why it looked like
Mm-hmm.
crayons.
Oh, should we put the fact that you went to the eye doctor on here?
No, nobody needs to know about that.
Yeah. So that was Thanksgiving. It was nice. It was quiet.
Quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Did you mention that your brother came to visit us?
Yeah, my brother came to visit us.
Okay.
It was nice having him here.
Yeah, it was a drama-free Thanksgiving.
It was very nice.
I've been to Thanksgivings in the past that had drama.
Yeah, there was no
And
drama.
there was no drama this year,
Yeah,
which
it
was good.
nice.
And this isn't to indict anybody in particular. I'm just saying it's been drama when we went to my family's Thanksgivings.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I grew up. I won't get into this. Never mind. We don't want to get into the kind of drama that I experienced as a child.
Well, one of the reasons that we didn't go anywhere.
Well, one of the reasons there's a Sawtooth Frank, this alter ego of mine, is because of the drama I experienced at holidays like Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
It helped inform who I became. Anyways, go on.
So one of the reasons that we did not travel
Go ahead.
was because we shipped Ted off
Yeah.
on Black Friday
Okay.
to go on a winter hike,
All right.
Mount Cardigan.
All right.
You
Mount
have
Cardigan.
anything you want to say about that?
He went on an amazing
Winter trek.
winter hiking trip
Yeah.
with 5 other kids,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And it looks, by all accounts, he had an amazing time. We saw pictures recently.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he really enjoyed himself.
Mm-hmm.
It was some hardcore shit. They were in the southern White Mountains of New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm.
It was no joke. I mean, I looked at the pictures. I was like, wow, I'm not sure I could have handled that.
Yep, they had to put on snow spikes.
He's turning into a tough cookie.
Mm-hmm.
A real tough cookie
Mm-hmm.
with this hiking he's been doing.
The best part of his story is that they had a can of beans for each child, so they each ate a can of beans and slept in a hut.
That's right. They slept in a hut.
I cannot imagine what it smelled like.
Was it a Jabba the Hutt?
No.
No.
No. So he had a really good time,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that they had that opportunity to go.
Your microphone technique has been very good so far this
That's
evening.
because I'm not moving very much.
Are you focusing on it?
No, I'm just talking.
Huh, interesting. Okay, go on.
Anyways, anything you want to say about the hike?
How about the hike?
What do you want to say about it?
Well, I'm debating whether or not to tell this Thanksgiving story that I experienced.
You should.
I should tell it? All right.
For full transparency here. Oh, no. Not the
All right.
music.
So I must have been 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Younger than Ted, younger than Space Unicorn. My synapses were still forming. My brain was still developing when this happened to me. Now, I had an uncle at the time who I don't see anymore. Okay? Uncle Jim.
What?
You don't know. We don't talk about Uncle Jim a lot.
This is a fake story.
It's not fake. It's not fake. And maybe I'm using a fake name to disguise who the real person is.
Okay.
Jesus, how long have you been doing this with me?
Okay.
So Uncle Jim
Yeah.
had recently traveled abroad.
Mm-hmm.
He was a fan of the South American countries, and he had brought, strangely enough, to dinner a bottle of very hot, like hot pepper sauce. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I almost don't want to tell this story. So,
You're in too deep now.
I know. So imagine everybody sitting at the table, the turkey's being passed around, and
This music is too loud.
I'm gonna dim it. The turkey's being passed around, and I get some turkey on my plate, and Uncle Jim brings out his bottle of South American hot sauce, right?
Mm-hmm.
From I think
Guatemala?
I don't know if it was from Guatemala or some other country, but he said they were from the hottest peppers on the planet.
Okay.
Okay. So Jim is offering the sauce to everybody, right? I happened to be the first kid that he offered it to. And I was like, no, I don't want it. Right? What kid wants fucking hot pepper sauce on their turkey? Right?
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, he explodes in rage, reaches across the table, grabs me by the scruff of my neck, pulls me across the dinner table on my stomach. My arms are flailing. I knock the turkey off the table, right? My leg kicks the cranberry sauce. It goes flying, hits my grandmother in the face and breaks the bridge of her nose.
For real?
For real. Then he flips me over. He says, you're going to try my... I think he was drunk. He's like, you're going to try my fucking hot pepper sauce. And he dumped it into my eyes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Right? And then he just pushes me off the table. Right? And
I don't think you should play this music.
And I landed on the ground. And I managed to crawl under the table. As I'm trying to crawl away from him, he's kicking me in the kidneys. Right? I managed to get out of the room where they were all eating. I managed to crawl into the coat closet. I just sat there crying with my fists in my eyes while they were all in there laughing and finishing their dinner.
What?
Yeah. Some bullshit, right?
First of all,
You're crying.
You're
crying when you hear that story.
The music. I don't
Yeah.
know what's happening right now. I
Yeah.
have to be honest.
So when you think about the problems I have, you think about that story, right? Anyways, there
I
you
can't
go.
imagine people would just continue eating.
They were laughing.
Who was laughing?
All of them. I don't know. I could hear them. I was curled up in the coat
I think
closet.
we need some alternative witnesses to this.
There's no alternative witnesses. They're not going to talk.
I need another.
And so anyways, I could hear them right? I could hear them in the other room. And then when they offered the pepper sauce to my siblings, they took it. They ate it. Because they saw what happened to me. I was an unlucky kid. They offered me the pepper sauce first. That's how my life has been. I always get offered the pepper sauce first. What are you going to do?
I don't even know how to respond to this.
You don't have to respond. You asked for a story, a Thanksgiving story, and I gave you one.
I'm not exactly sure that's how that happened, but okay.
I'm telling you.
I hear what you're saying.
This is for you not supporting me.
Wait.
What do they say about victims?
Wait,
Believe
stop.
victims.
First of all, I didn't say I didn't believe your story. That's number one.
You are re-victimizing me by not believing me.
I do believe you. I'm horrified.
Go on.
I don't know how to respond. That music was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine who would have been laughing at you.
Everybody. My mother, my father, the other uncles, the aunts. They're all sitting there smoking and drinking and laughing at me.
I don't know.
Well, listen. I didn't, listen. And
I'm not.
these are the types of situations that turned me into Sawtooth Frank. Sawtooth is the one. Is the compartmental? Sawtooth is the compartment.
I thought you were going to tell a story about a winter hike, and then I don't know how we got here.
Sawtooth.
I don't know how we finished the rest of this podcast.
Sawtooth Frank is the kind of compartmentalized concentration of all of my childhood trauma. This.
Did you do something besides drink a few sips of your Jack Daniels?
No, I didn't know.
What's going on right
only
now?
had a few sips of Jack Daniels.
I literally have
That's
no
it.
idea what's going on.
I'm keeping it real, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can we move on?
I don't know if we can move on.
You're picking at this scab.
I didn't. Oh,
Let me take another drink.
Jesus Christ.
I encourage you to ask my siblings about this. They will tell you. They'll never appear on this podcast.
Why not?
They're not. Well, Mastiff Mom has appeared.
No, I feel like we should call your brother.
No, he'll never appear.
Why?
Because he's a physician. He's not coming on here.
You didn't have to say he was a physician, number one. Number two.
I meant.
Nobody knows who he is.
I meant a piano technician.
Oh, okay.
All right. He's got too many high-profile clients
Uh-huh.
to appear on here. Can we move on from Thanksgiving? Okay,
Does
so
he paint houses?
we'll talk about painting houses later.
All right. So speaking of siblings, my brother was here.
He was a delight,
Mm-hmm.
I have to say.
Mm-hmm. And we
An
went
absolute delight.
out. Space Unicorn was like,
Yeah.
she said she missed him
Yeah.
today.
All of your siblings are great guests, but I think your brother. We don't have a name for him. I don't know what to call him.
Well, he was the planner on the Disney.
Oh, the
episode.
planner, right? He's the planner. That's right. Thank you. The planner or Uncle A when he shows up.
Yeah, I mean he spent.
Oh, he's super chill.
Yeah,
he doesn't demand
he goes
anything.
along with the flow.
Goes along with whatever's happening.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
No, he's great.
No, he just wanted some chocolate chip cookies. I made him chocolate chip cookies.
Now, hopefully, at some point, we'll get Wingman
Mm-hmm.
and her husband up here to visit us.
Mm-hmm.
I know she listens, so Wingman.
Yep.
You've got to come and you're going to appear on the podcast. I'm talking to you right now, Wingman. Okay? You will appear on the podcast. Okay, Wingman.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So we went out Friday night.
Yep. You and the planner went out.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle A.
Yep. He didn't have a plan. I had to come up with a plan.
Where'd you go?
So, he's not a big beer drinker, so I had to be creative because there's a lot of breweries to go to out here, but I had to go somewhere else. So I had to pick and choose somewhere else. So there's a pretty neat bar here. I don't know if we've talked about before.
I think we've mentioned it, but mention it again. Let's give them a shout out.
Called the Tunnel Bar, and they specialize in making like drinks, cocktails,
Right.
Martinis, dessertinis, stuff like that. So, and it's in the basement of like the old train station. So it's built like a tunnel. Like you feel like you're in a tunnel. Do you want to say anything else about the Tunnel Bar? You've been there quite
I mean,
quite
I
a few
feel
times.
we'll talk about this a little bit when we do our lists
Mm-hmm.
about the things that are no longer important to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Tunnel Bar used to be something I was into. I'm just not so much into it anymore.
I don't know if anybody can be into a bar, but anyways.
I'm trying to go ahead. I'm trying to call. What the fuck's his name? Legs.
Oh, did he?
No, he disappeared.
Of course he did. He missed his opportunity.
Begging to be on the podcast
Anyways,
for weeks. He disappears on me.
we went to the Tunnel Bar.
Yeah.
And
All right, I'll go
then
ahead.
we went over to Hadley, Massachusetts, to the Quarters,
Oh. Yeah, we can do this without legs. Go on.
because I thought that might be fun because it's like an arcade and a bar. But we ended up actually not playing any video games, but it was fun. We sat at the bar. We got some French fries.
I saw you texted me a picture of French fries.
Yeah.
Just an empty tray with
the empty
ketchup
tray
in it.
That's right, because we ate all the French fries.
Yeah.
But that was fun.
Okay.
It was good. It's good. He doesn't open up much, so
Did he open up?
like he cracked open a little bit of the door.
The planner?
I mean, he was talkative. Which is bad.
Hold on. I gotta put on some.
No.
I gotta ask a question. Hold on.
don't
What do
have
we
to,
want to
like-
hear?
No. Come on. It's
It's private.
Then
Just
write it down
it's
and
private.
we'll talk
No.
about it later. No, come on. We don't have to talk about it right this second. Nothing music.
All right. Stomping Jen did not reveal anything to
Yeah,
me.
there's-
She's refusing to talk.
There's nothing to reveal. It was
It's
just
bullshit. You don't care about the podcast.
there was no revelation.
Our fans expect salacious details.
There was no revelation.
Okay. Go ahead.
Anyways, I mean, a lot of our conversation revolved around the cruise we're taking in April.
Oh yeah, we were taking a cruise. He's doing some planning.
Well, no, we were talking about what there is to do, which I didn't realize that there was like stuff you could start looking at now.
Oh,
And
what, like excursions?
Yeah, like excursions.
That's gonna be fun as long as we don't get norovirus.
Yeah, we're not gonna get norovirus. Ah, boy.
All right.
Anyway, so that was
But-
Friday night. We went out for a couple of hours. We had a good time. We had a couple drinks.
Some good bonding time, sibling bonding
Yeah,
time.
sibling bonding time. Yep.
That's always good.
Mm-hmm. And you bonded with Space Unicorn. You guys watched a bunch of.
Oh, we watched
Iron
Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Ted was away on his winter hike.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And then on Saturday,
Right.
there was a big town-wide event here in Belchertown. The Winter Light Night event.
What happened with that? What was that?
It was super fun. So we talked about it
Oh, that's right.
a little bit.
Let's
but,
give a quick recap on that.
The
The Winter Light
your
Night.
impression. So I was working the event as part of my select person duties,
Right.
trying to drum up and promote volunteerism in our community. So I was sitting at a table for a while at Artisan Market that was pulled together. That was amazing. So there was a lot of activities going on around the common.
Yeah.
There was s'more making and hot chocolate drinking and cider and snowflake ornament painting and cookie decorating. And
Yeah. Now, I will point out, because I'm one to criticize things, we all know that, to find the faults, the cracks, to pick away. This is supposed to be a non-denominational celebration of winter. Now, Now, I will say,
celebration of winter.
the organizers of the event,
Yes.
I spent some time with them, and they were very aware of this.
Yes.
Okay, so this is not a knock on the organizers of the event,
Yes.
of our town's cultural council organizers. No, this is not what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know for a fact they gave the person playing the music specific instructions not to play Christmas music.
Was he playing Christmas music?
Yes, repeatedly.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the police department had a fun a toy drive.
Oh yeah, they had some cop
And
dressed as a Santa Claus.
Cop dressed as Santa Claus.
Now, let me clarify. For those of you who think that I am not allowed to criticize police officers, let me clarify. I am grateful for the service they provide to our
Yeah,
community.
they were doing a toy drive. I mean, it's not.
I'm grateful for them doing a toy drive. But instructions were given that it was to be a non-denominational event.
Well, I will tell you just because I have insider information, but like they had a Frosty the Snowman, like a dressed up Frosty the Snowman.
If I had seen that Frosty,
No.
I would have pulled the menorah
Wait,
out
stop,
of my
stop.
backpack and
Stop.
beat it to death.
Frosty is non-denominational. He's just a snowman.
Bullshit!
Wait, let me finish my story.
Go ahead.
And the person in the Frosty costume wanted the handler wanted to dress up as an elf. And they were instructed not to because it's
Yes.
non-denominational. So they said, no, you can't dress as an elf. Like, could you dress as a snowflake or something else?
Snowflake.
I'm just saying, like, it's supposed to be, the whole theme of the event is supposed to be like lighting up the common for winter
Right.
with snowflakes.
Right.
It's not, there's no, let me be clear, there is no like Christmas thing. They do light up a big tree that has Christmas lights on it, but it's blue, it's white. There's no red and green. I mean, it's like, it's not like garishly Christmas oriented. It's
I will
supposed
tell
to
you.
be.
Okay, go ahead.
There's stars and there's like snowflakes, and it's supposed to be like winter,
Right.
not holiday Christmas.
Right.
So
Winter.
there's been
And
a
what
lot
are
of
we
discussion.
what are we really celebrating during the winter?
Solstice.
That's right. And I will tell all of you Christians out there that you appropriated the winter solstice from indigenous peoples all around the world. You fucking bastardized it into all this other shit you do. Snowmen and fucking elves and creepy old men sneaking down chimneys and delivering presents to children and reindeers with fucking nuclear noses and wassailing and
all right,
caroling and mistletoe and
So here's some fun.
Jesus,
stories. Here's some fun.
Jesus,
Stuff. Here's some fun.
you
stuff.
appropriated the winter solstice with all of that stuff.
So they added
It's an outrage.
a gingerbread house
Go on.
contest this year,
Mm-hmm.
which was actually quite amazing because the entries, they were all like, a lot of them were like had lights that were lit up. Like you could, they had these like creations that like lit up with
Right.
electricity. It was really cool. But as a select board member, we were asked to judge the gingerbread house contest.
Judge it.
So that was fun.
Okay.
And the stuff that you missed because you had to go pick up Ted from his winter hike. So I had gone up to the info booth. So Space Unicorn, our neighbor and Space Unicorn's friend and mom and little brother came. So we were hanging out with them. So it was my brother and Space Unicorn and me and them. And we went up to the info booth just to like say hi and check out the merchandise. And they were giving out little candles for people because at 5:30 they made a big like little speech and then they turned on the lights. So everybody had like candles.
What kind of speech was it?
It was our friend Trista.
Did anybody mention Jesus?
No, there was no Jesus.
Okay.
Anyways, it was really cute. So they had little candles, right? So one of the organizers was like, "Oh yes, could you help?" They had all these lighters, like the long lighters.
Yeah.
And they were like, can you take some lighters and like help people light their candles by the tree? So we took the lighters, but we didn't know how to light the lighters. They were really
Wait, there was like
difficult.
actual fire?
Oh, there was fire.
Oh, that's dangerous.
So we were walking around with these lighters, but then we noticed that people were like lighting the candles off of each other. They didn't really need the lighters. So
Yeah, hold on one sec. Are you there, Legs?
Yes, I am.
Oh my
You
God.
son of a bitch. I've been trying to call you
Wait,
for
how did he
20 minutes.
sneakily?
I was
just get-
calling him on the DL.
Okay.
What happened?
I haven't been. Nothing.
You fell asleep.
Wait, stop. He was
No.
outside snow.
You were
blowing
outside
with his
snow
shorts
blowing
on.
in your shorts.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for the call, and I just
Oh.
heard it.
We
All right.
literally have been calling.
All right,
you
well,
for
I
20
apologize for calling you a son of a bitch. You're not a son of a bitch.
No. You're not the first to call me that, and you won't be the last.
Okay. Well, welcome, Legs.
Welcome.
We were in the middle of wrapping up our telling people what we've been up to.
Mm-hmm.
So
minutes. I don't know.
Well,
That was it.
that was it.
I mean,
All right. So that was the Belchertown Winter Night Lights event.
yeah, it was amazing.
Belchertown, Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Legs was not there.
Legs was not there.
No.
It was over the
No.
weekend. Legs was at
No.
home preparing for the snowstorm we had today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
Legs, we're not going to reveal on this podcast who our employer is,
Mm-hmm.
but we both work for the same large university in Western Massachusetts. And we had a
Correct.
snow day.
Yeah. A late revealed snow day.
Yes. Now, I was posting all about this on social media, my personal social media account, the non-Sawtooth account. And one of the things that the large university does that I think many people are critical of is rather than announcing the evening before,
Oh my God! It was like watching children. It
Yeah.
really was the
Yeah.
night before.
yeah.
Oh, why aren't they canceling it? You know they're gonna do it.
Hey, I was one of those
I was
children.
laughing. Yeah, yes, and I was laughing. You knew it was going to happen,
Well, but still,
but
they
you also know that they never do it until like 5.
yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a major storm that was predicted to shut down roads and people weren't going to be able to travel. They could have called it.
Well,
Yeah.
after,
I mean, everything else in the universe called it, and
That's
you're
right.
you're watching the local TV last night, and like every university, every
Right.
school
Yeah,
had closed.
that's right. Except for large university.
Yep.
Well, large university, we disapprove. You can't hear this, Legs, but I'm gonna give the disapproval sound.
Wah wah
You know it.
wah.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So we had a snow day today, and we spent most of the day today, Legs. We've talked about this before, you're a major Star Trek fan watching Star Trek Discovery. And
Yeah,
we
well,
love it. We love it.
Mm-hmm. It's like
Yeah,
a
but
soap
it's
opera.
not really Star Trek, but that's okay.
No, it is. I'm developing a huge man crush on Captain Pike.
That's true. You are.
I think he actually could be a good Superman.
Mhm.
I don't know
Yeah,
who.
but
Have
I've
you
actually met the actor.
Yeah.
the original Captain Pike or the new one?
There's
No,
a-
the new one from.
Is he
Discovery.
as handsome in person as he is on?
Yeah, it's a nice
TV?
looking guy. Yeah.
What's
Did-
his
yeah.
name?
Did he come to Ticonderoga?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was at last summer's Trek Condoroga.
Oh my
Yeah,
God!
he was one of the major stars.
Oh my God, Legs.
I have to admit I've never seen Discovery.
What?
It's
No.
It's really good.
It's really good.
We're getting really into it now.
Like the
So
word-
Go ahead. Yeah.
Everybody says that the second season is much better than
It is.
the first.
Yeah.
I actually watched 3 episodes of the
So
first.
if you can push through into about 7 or 8 episodes of the first season, it starts to get really, really good. And then it just takes off from there. And once Captain Pike shows up in season 2,
Yeah,
It's so
they
awesome.
Said they said it totally changes the show.
Yeah.
But not only that, it's like we watch one episode, we're like, all right, we're just gonna watch one more episode, and then we watch it, and then we're like, oh my god, I want to watch the next one. It's like it just hooks you like so well into the next episode.
Yep. Now I have a question. Captain Pike did not play a big role in the original series, did he? Was he in it at all?
He was in the the Captain Pike character was in the very first
Like the pilot?
attempt at the show, the pilot show.
Okay.
And it was called Cage.
Okay.
And the actor didn't want the part after the original.
What a moron.
Yeah, he just didn't care for the role.
Yeah.
And then the actor, I think it was something around 1966, 67. He was at home and he was changing a light bulb on a ladder, fell off the ladder and broke his neck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, for real. I'm trying to think of the guy.
Did he become like a paraplegic or a quadriplegic?
No,
Did
he died.
die?
No, he died. So
Oh my
there was
God.
no getting them to do any. Even if he wanted to do the show,
Okay, but did
they couldn't.
did the character appear in subsequent episodes or in movies?
He was. They.
Didn't he show up in Next Gen?
Yeah. No.
Or was it Deep Space Nine?
It really wasn't him. It was like an alternate reality. So
Yeah.
he showed up in a kind of an alternate reality.
Okay.
So it was.
I mean, yeah, this one on Discovery is clearly meant to be the actual Pike, because like what happens in Discovery season 2, this is a minor spoiler. It's not that important. Is the Enterprise is damaged somehow by something, and Pike has like no ship to go to, so they stick him on the Discovery. That's lost its captain, so they put him there. But at that point, like I think Spock is on the ship, and there's a bunch of
Yeah, Spock was on.
yeah, Spock is already the science officer on the ship. So presumably, they take
met that actor too. He's a really nice guy. This guy that plays Spock on Discovery, is actor Gregory Peck's grandson.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Ethan. His name is Ethan Peck.
Okay, we've only seen one episode with him, but so far he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a heck of a nice guy. He was in person. He was just really just a sweet guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
What happened to Zachary Quinto? He like fell off the face.
Well,
of
he's
the
in the
planet.
J.J. Abrams version. They just greenlit another movie, Star Trek 4. They're going to do a fourth one.
Does he go up to your place? Those guys? Like Chris Pine and stuff?
Yeah. No, I don't believe we've had any of the
You should get on that.
movie. Yeah. Well, everybody is.
I'm not a big.
If
I'm
you're
not a big
diehard
fan.
Star Trek fan, you're not
into
really
the
into the movie. Yeah.
I'm
So
into Zachary Quinto.
So I am not a diehard Star Trek fan. In the traditional sense, like I'm not into it the way I am into Star Wars, and I do not like the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. I don't think they're good.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
If we're going to talk about Star Trek, we have to talk about William Shatner. We just had him up.
Oh, you can talk about it.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say about that real quick is I think, at least for the movies, like Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, the other guys, DeForest Kelly, like they're too iconic. You can't do those same characters with other actors.
You gotta come up with something new.
Yeah, it will never ring right to you.
Yeah, I do like Zachary Quinto.
I don't know. Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's good. But anyways, so you want to talk about, you just had a thing called Trek's Giving, right? Up at your, the...
Ticonderoga. Where'd you go?
What I wanted to talk about with William Shatner was we had okay.
Hold on, Legs. Hold on.
You're breaking up. Are you moving around? Your signal's breaking up a little bit.
Let me.
There you go.
Let me sit
That's
down.
a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So we had this event called Trek Giving, and in the evening he basically served everybody dinner.
Yeah, William Shatner.
William Shatner.
Yeah.
And after the food, they had he has this I'm trying to think, I'm having a senior moment here. He does a what's the word I'm looking for?
Meet and greet.
Pardon me?
A meet and greet.
Well, no, it's a meet and greet, but so he did this. He did a little.
Did he dance? Like, what did he do?
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm just having a total.
Did he do the hula dance? Like,
yeah, no. He basically auctioned off a bunch of items, and it was for charity. There we go. Charity was the word I can.
Okay. He did some charitable donations.
Yeah, and so he's selling items like original artwork, and one of the things was like a poster of himself when he was young with a they were getting like $1,000 or something. Things that was for charity, and then this woman who's probably like my age, like late 50s.
A woman in her late 50s. Okay.
You know, this guy is 88. Remember, William Shatner's 88.
So Shatner is 88 years old. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you break. This is horrible. This is a good story. You're breaking up on us.
Jeez, let me get into a different part of the house.
That sounds good. Wherever you are right now sounds good.
Okay.
So 88-year-old Shatner and a late 50-year-old woman.
She raises her hand up and she's shaking cash and she says, "I have $2,500. Will that buy me a kiss?"
Oh my God.
And he goes, "Oh yeah." And open mouth kiss with an 88-year-old man. I'm trying to eat, and it's like, really, this is like watching your grandfather kissing your mother with an open mouth kiss. And it's just like, so
I think I might be into that
moment. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Anyway, so at that point, 4 other women raised their hands.
Okay.
Within 1 minute, less than a minute's time, he raises over $10,000 for his charity.
That's
my
amazing.
God.
Yeah, and then the 6th person raises their hand. It's a guy with money.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, we're done.
Well, I'm gonna give Shatner the disapproval.
Yeah, well, remember, he's open mouth kissing. Better at least enjoy it, I guess.
Yeah.
So what was
I would have done it.
What was his charity that he was raising money for?
It was kind of undisclosed, so I don't know if there was really a charity at all.
The charity was Shatner's new Porsche.
I think it was said, but I wasn't really watching until women started raising their hands and started asking for kisses. And I got a couple of pictures of it, and it's like, this is just... He's
all right.
88. He likes to eat, so he's kind of overweight now. And they literally had to reach over his belly to get to him. It was fun.
Listen, you make it to 88. I say drink, eat, do all the drugs you want to do. You're fine.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's a hell. He's been here. This is his 4th appearance at Ticonderoga.
Yeah,
and he's a hell of a nice guy.
Yeah,
and every time he comes, he's looser and looser with us. So I mean, he's loose now.
Yeah, he's probably having a good time. He's making some money. Yeah. He's enjoying himself.
I mean,
why
these
not?
Are hardcore fans that are coming, and I mean, it's expensive to go to Ticonderoga.
Yeah. So special events like that, to get him, he's not cheap. Yeah. So like there was 80 people at this event, and I think people paid something like $1,400 a ticket.
Oh wow,
to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? God bless him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seriously.
I'm a big fan of movies and TV, and I've said on this podcast before, I believe there are kind of modern myths and the way we tell stories, and he's an important person to our culture.
He's an icon.
And I really believe like these people are important, and they should be honored, and they should be able to reap the benefits of the good work they do.
And they're not going to be with us much longer. So
No.
it's amazing to be able to speak to these people. Yeah.
So God bless them. All right, listen, you've criticized me repeatedly about going over an hour on this podcast.
Yeah, and here we go.
You are the culprit this time, Legs.
Yeah, well, it's different when it's me. It's going to be obviously a good show now. So it's easy.
2-hour long show.
We're gonna. All right, I'm gonna play. It's not going to be 2 hours.
By the way, Frog didn't make it. She's asleep now.
Oh, it's okay. We love Frog. We'll have you all back here in the Soft Serve podcast studio.
Yeah.
Fun
time.
So I do have my list.
Okay. All right. We're going to jump into it. Now, I am going to play the list bumper. You will not be able to hear it, Legs. Okay. So just hang tight, and I'm going to play it right now. Stomping Jen, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. The list of music is playing. Okay. I'm going to dim them. It's playing underneath us. I'm going to dim the music a bit. And all right, the list this week from the 52 lists for happiness is the things that felt important to you 5 or 10 years ago but are unimportant now. Stomping Jen.
Yeah.
Who should we give the honor of reading their list first to?
I can read it.
You want to read your list first, Stomping Jen?
Mine is lame-o.
Why are you denigrating your list?
I don't know. I feel like I'm not very good at self-reflection. And I think this is an exercise in self-reflection.
This whole project with these lists is an exercise in self-reflection.
So, but here's the other weird thing.
Okay.
That I've noticed in my life.
Go ahead.
I've reached this stage in my life where I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna be 15 again.
Huh.
So.
I don't think I like that.
I mean, that's simplifying what I'm trying to say, but all right, so I'm just going to read my list.
Go ahead. Do you want commentary?
Sure.
All right, go ahead.
Sure. Legs, feel free to jump in. So, 5 or 10 years ago, I had babies. So that was really important to me, like baby-related stuff, like poopy diapers and potty training. And
so you mean literal infant stage and toddler stage things.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And those are way not important to me at all.
Okay.
So that was top of my list. Reclaiming my self-identity, which was super important to me after I had my children, where I felt like I was mother primarily and not person.
Okay.
Which led me into a whole...
Do I need to play the sad music?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
It just led me into a whole era of tattoo collection and whatnot that was all really about reclaiming my own persona.
Okay.
I think that's fairly normal. My wife did that as well.
Yeah. So it was just a thing that I went through. So it feels less important to me now because I'm on the other side of that. So,
okay.
Career, having employment.
Mm-hmm.
Let me be clear, I am self-employed and I have employment, but it's not as important to me, having a job, because I don't have that that risk of, I don't know how to say it, but I have confidence in my own abilities to get work, right?
Yeah.
So it's not as important to me now. Worrying about what others think, I came to this realization that fuck it, I have tattoos, I'm gonna wear glitter shoes, I don't care.
Glitter shoes.
Yeah. Okay. I just don't care.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it didn't come through. You didn't enunciate it quite well.
It sort of kind of goes along with reclaiming my own identity, getting on the other side of that.
Yep.
And then having things the rat race they talk about, I don't care about having a Mercedes as long as I have a functional car that I like.
Right. Okay.
I don't care about having a giant McMansion.
Right. Materialism isn't so important to you.
Right. Spending time with my family is more important. So.
Okay.
Anyways.
Does that include me?
Of course.
Okay.
It always does.
All right.
So that's my entire list. I'm sorry, it's very short, but
You don't have to apologize.
I'm curious. So, Legs, you feel like your wife also went through that same sort of feeling of reclaiming self-identity after having children? Hello?
Legs?
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not paying
When she
attention.
when the kids were very small, you're focused on the kids, and
Mhm.
so kids are grown up and on their way and gone. And there was a huge time of her reclaiming her, of becoming employed again, because she at the time she was a stay-at-home mom. So there's a lot of redevelopment of who I
Okay.
am. I think that went with her.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Now,
I wish she was here to talk about it.
yeah, it's
because
okay.
she-
Don't wake
yeah.
her up. Don't wake her up.
Do men go through that? Do you feel like you've gone through that, or?
No, probably not. I don't, but I can understand it because she was a big part of their lives, probably more so because I was at work,
Yeah.
so
I don't
I
know.
do feel.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the right person to ask that question to, because I struggle a lot of what I struggle with in therapy and in my own head is the constructs I've already made around my own identity and my own value and my own self-worth. And having the presence of children didn't change that. I guess what I'm saying is I'm so fucked up anyways. Like I have like much
Bigger.
my issues are much larger.
He is fun to
contend with.
watch, isn't he?
So there's that. So no, I mean, you'd have to ask a more normal person, I think. How a more normal man. How have
I don't know. Hey, I think we're all fucked up.
I would agree with that.
Don't sell yourself.
I know if my
short on
therapist
it.
listened to this right now, he'd be wanting to put a beat down on me. So, all right, Legs. Let's go. Legs. Let's go into your list. We'll put you in between a Stomping Jen and Sawtooth sandwich here.
So I've got 5 things on my list, and the first one is probably, in my eyes, for me, is the most important one. I had a friend tell me this one day.
Okay.
That to stop doing this, and is trying to make everybody around me happy. I wanted to make everybody my friend. Why don't you like me? Because I'm a nice guy.
Right.
And there are just some people that are just not going to like you, and that you got to realize it's not worth putting more time into those people.
Right.
And that thing that we went through just a few years ago, the two of us at work, I mean, really showed me that, my friend is right.
And we've talked about this in broader terms here. And just to remind people, Legs and I both dealt with an incredibly abusive, my words, psychopathic boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good descriptor.
Who just burned who clear cut her way through the organization we work in.
Oh, it kills me because, I clearly remember when this person was.
Well, she was in the charming stage of that whole thing.
Yeah. And how enthusiastic and optimistic you were about
sociopaths are really good at charming people.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there was a point with this person that I actually was like, it's very hard to work with, but fair. Yeah. I can't believe I say that now that I thought because it wasn't that at all. She was just
no.
Anyways,
and from my perspective, and one of the reasons I got involved with efforts to make changes in our leadership was this woman unfairly targeted a number of people, but she went after the kindest, most gentlest soul who happened to be my boss at the time, and just fucking targeted him for some unknown reason and beat the fuck up out of him.
Yeah.
And
And had others do the same.
Yeah,
to
and I
him.
still get
Yeah.
really angry when I think about it, and it's one of the
Yep.
things that motivated me to I committed myself. I'm gonna I'm gonna take my last fucking breath seeing that this person gets out of this organization
Yeah.
because they've done so much damage anyways.
Well,
Um,
Sawtooth did so much for me. I can't say enough people out there
no,
in
no,
the blogosphere. I was one that was targeted by this person,
yeah,
and
and
I couldn't have survived it without Sawtooth.
I'll say, well, thanks, Legs. I mean, and listen, you were a source of support to me too. Don't forget that. I mean,
Aw.
listen. No, it's true. It takes a team.
No,
It takes a
yeah,
team of people and a village of people, and in this case, the villagers kind of came together and just said, no, we are not going to put up with this.
there was a point about 2.5 years into it when I started seeing the group of people, and it grew to almost half of the organization. Like,
Yeah,
oh my God, it's not me. What? Because there was the
yeah,
first year or two of the attack. It's like, maybe I am a moron. Maybe she is right about me, and it's like,
yeah,
yeah. Then you realize, no,
yeah,
she's doing this
yeah. Well,
wholesale to everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Anyways,
that's a really good example of what you're saying of
yeah.
trying not
So
to care what other people think. Okay. What's next on your
next
list?
next thing on my list is the huge I've always been into astronomy, and there was a organization, still is, Ritter Hill Natural Science Center up in Cummington. I was I was an officer at one point, and treasurer, secretary at one point, and
Okay.
but that's kind of gone by the way, and I've moved on. So I'm
So
very important in my
organization
life.
that,
Yeah.
that you were
Yeah,
involved in and
yeah.
no longer.
Um, Other thing that was hugely involved into was technology on our at our university,
Yeah.
and
Good job.
just always doing like engineering, state of the keeping on the cutting edge, state of the art. And I'm like 2 years away from retiring now, and that's kind of like hard to even want to
Well,
think about these things. But it's kind of
and you know
not
what?
as important as it used to be.
It's
Yeah.
and I'll say this. I'm not giving you career advice, but it's like okay to delegate that aspect of
Yes.
it to other people. And
Yes.
we have really motivated,
Yeah,
energetic
younger people, and it's fun to see the younger people stepping in and
Yeah.
taking,
Yeah.
and it's a natural progression kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to
Um,
give people some perspective, you've been at Big University for like 30 something years,
this is my 40th year.
40th year.
Yeah,
So,
God.
Yeah.
it's okay to take a step back.
Congratulations.
yeah, yeah.
So-
If one can say that, I just want out. 2 more years to go, and I can say,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Okay.
been a fun ride.
Yeah.
Then for me, like 5 years ago, I had an aging mother with Alzheimer's, and
Oh, yeah.
that was like hugely important in my life. Making we were all. I have 3 siblings. We were all doing round the clock care with
Yeah.
with the siblings, our children, and our spouses.
Yeah.
And that was just a huge piece of my life, very
Oh, yeah.
important. She since has passed, so
Yep.
it's just that thing that was so important is now gone. Other than it's not a daily responsibility anymore.
That's right.
And then lastly, I gotta read my notes here. Okay. So the last one it's not like 5 years ago, it's like 5 days ago. Remember how important turkey was 5 days ago?
Yeah.
And now
You don't give a shit
5
about
days
turkey.
now 5 days into turkey.
No
Yeah.
more
It's
turkey.
really, I just want turkey, and we've got turkey soup. We have
Yep.
turkey pie. We finally get rid of that tonight. It's like,
Well,
we're almost done with turkey.
how many people did you have for your Thanksgiving?
It was just my wife, my son, and myself. It was
Oh,
very
my
nice.
goodness.
All right. So
Yeah.
So you had a big turkey.
what
with
size
3
turkey did
people?
you get?
It was huge. It
Oh,
was,
God.
it was. I think it was like between 18 and 21 pounds,
Oh
something
my
like that.
God.
I'm giving you the disapproval
We
sound.
had a 12-pound turkey. We have 5 people.
Yeah, and that was perfect.
It was perfect.
We ate the shit out of that thing.
Yeah.
We finished it.
You know you've gotten too much turkey is when the dog starts smelling it.
Yeah.
And you're cooking it, the dog goes wild because she
Yeah.
knows eventually she's going to get her hands on it.
Yeah,
Today, I gave the dog a treat with the turkey, and
Yeah.
she's like looking at me like, really, you're going to give this?
You know
one
what's
more time
funny?
to me?"
For the longest time, I was laboring under the delusion that turkey is poisonous to dogs.
Wasn't it like for the last couple of years? Like
No.
turkey was poisonous
No,
to
we
dogs.
Googled that shit.
Now
We
all
went.
of a sudden it's not.
Well, I can tell you this.
Yeah.
When the dog has eaten as much turkey as she has in the last 5 days,
Yeah.
she has the shit. So.
We asked Alexa, and she told us.
Yeah, Alexa gave us the smackdown on that.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to read my list now, okay?
All right, I'm ready.
All right, I'm just going to remind people, these are the things that are no longer
All right,
important to
get
me,
ready.
okay?
It's 20 things long.
All right. Seeing movies on opening weekend.
Oh, come on.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. You all had serious fucking lists.
Excuse me, you have opening day tickets for Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's still important to me.
Yeah,
Never
it's still
mind. I'll
important
cross that
here.
off the
Yeah,
list.
there you go.
All right. New music. I don't care so much about new music anymore.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, I put that in Stomping Jen.
I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I happen to I don't follow bands as much as I used to.
Okay, all right.
No,
all
okay.
right.
Book releases too. Like I used
Books?
to same thing. Like
Ooh,
music,
books.
books,
What
movies. I used to get like super like worked up and excited about music, books, and movies.
Whoa, that was when like movie books and
I know. I'm just saying.
CDs were like a thing to get
I have
excited
other
about.
shit in my life I'm concerned about. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
So you both said this, I think. What people think of me isn't so important anymore to me. Like I could really give a shit at the end of the day what anybody thinks about me.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay, let me frame this, and I think we've talked about this before, Stomping Jen. If not here, at least in other venues. Once we had children in the last 10 years or so, my pets became much less important to me. In contrast to my kids.
Right.
Like,
yes.
I don't look at my animals the same way. Like,
Yes.
if you ask me if I could prevent my kid from going through a week of the flu, if I took all of my animals out to the back and shot them in the head, I would take them all out to the shed and shoot them in the head. I'm just saying, that's how I feel about them.
So once your kids both become teenagers, you will really appreciate your animals again.
Yeah, I gave you the sound of approval for that one,
goodness.
Legs.
I
All
still
right.
love my animals. Let me be clear. I would not shoot them in the back of the
Oh,
yard.
hey.
Yeah.
So the frog has emerged from her comatose state.
She's
Are you in
awake?
your bed?
No.
Okay.
I'm in the living room, but I probably made so much noise out here that it's woke her up. And that's
All right.
oh yeah. So
Well, say hi
so
to
she's
Frog
not-
for us. Or you could put yourself on... Well, speaker might not sound good coming through
hold
here.
on. How does speaker sound now?
You sound okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Frog is here.
Hi,
is
Frog.
with-
Frog.
Hi.
Hi.
Yep. So Legs has been a great guest so far. You are only going to improve things. So we are reading our lists of things that we used to care about
And don't.
5 to 10 years ago that we don't give a shit about anymore. So I'm about a quarter of the way through my list. So I just said pets.
Pets.
All right. So things being perfect. I don't care so much anymore about perfection.
What? Who's perfect?
Like I used to, like shoveling. Today I was shoveling snow.
God.
I'm like, okay, there's still some snow left on the deck. Who gives a shit?
In the lines.
Yeah. Like I'm not so obsessed with perfection anymore as a concept. Like, good enough is okay for me now.
Like Ray.
I like to think that I broke you of that, maybe, working with me all these years.
Maybe. And that's been in the last 5 to 10 years, so. Let's see. Stomping Jen, you said this. Like, having the best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't care so much about that. You just looked at my Apple Watch. I saw you. How dare you? How dare you? I saw what you did.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
When I look at Apple Watches, all I see is a blur.
Yeah. So but you know what I mean. Like, I really at the end of the day don't care if I, like you said, drive a Mercedes or not.
Yeah, who
I just want a
cares?
fucking car that
Just want a
works.
functional thing. I drive a giant gold minivan.
Yeah, hosting parties.
No, I love parties.
It's not so important to me anymore. Well, we used to host like 2 or 3 parties a year.
I know.
And I just don't have the energy and I don't care about it.
The reason, though, that we used to host so many parties is so people would come to us and we didn't have to get a babysitter.
That's true. we had some real fun parties in the day.
relate to that.
Yeah. It was selfish. Let's be clear.
Yeah, but we had some great epic parties. They were great.
We did.
Let's see, my career identity.
Yeah.
You mentioned this, yeah. It was in the last couple of years, I actually listened to a podcast by this person who was talking about how too many people invest too much of their personal identity in their careers.
Yeah, I don't care.
Right?
Yeah.
And that careers and work have become the new religion.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And that really resonated with me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't put a lot of my identity in my career anymore. And part of that was when I changed careers.
Yeah.
Like, I used to be a writer, and that used to be really important to me.
You were not only a writer.
I'm just saying, at a point,
be honest.
at a point in my life, that was really important to me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm a writer. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, now I don't really give a shit anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Like, you know, I realized that
there's more important things in life.
Well,
like
this is going to sound incredibly narcissistic and pretentious, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would you
do tell.
Yeah. No, I mean, I recognize that my worth is more than what I do.
Right.
From fucking 7:30 to 3:30 every day. I have other things that I'm offering the world, like the Soft Serve podcast. No, really, that's more important to me than my actual work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the fact that we have a small, like, growing listenership, and that we're, like, slowly building this community of people and reaching them who are interested in our ideas, like, that's more important to me.
Yeah.
Than my actual work. And
yeah.
like, you know, I often say to myself, like, if I got laid off tomorrow, like, what would happen to me?
Well,
I'd go on unemployment and I'd find another fucking job.
More so, like,
go ahead.
To the fact is, like, I think I mentioned this, like,
Mm-hmm.
when we pulled the kids out of school for, like, a week when they had a light week and took them to Disney World because I felt like it was more important to build memories for
having the family time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like
I'm going to give you the sound of approval.
Like, out of the scope of, like, all of the schooling that they're going to be subjected to, like, it didn't seem like a lot of time.
Have some fucking fun, bitches, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Going out and doing things
I like going out.
is not so important to me anymore. Now, here's the irony. I wrote this down.
Yeah.
In the last year or so, since we've been more involved in our community, like, I'm doing more of that.
Yeah.
But it's not because I feel like I have to do it.
Right.
Right. It's just kind of like a byproduct of being more connected to people.
Right.
It's not like, oh, it's Friday night, we have to go out somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what it is anymore. It's like we've built some more relationships with people, and we just happen to have more access to opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So I do the stuff because it's fun.
Right.
That's the motivation. It's not, well, you know, got to do something. It's the weekend. So
right.
Let's see. Another thing that's less important to me now is landscaping. Why are you laughing?
Well, because I because I blew my leaves all this weekend before the snow came
Yeah.
in.
Oh my god.
Oh, landscaping. I thought you said manscaping.
Oh, well, that too. Listen, I haven't groomed down below in ages.
Oh my god, I should have put that on the list.
What? Oh, you.
Yeah, I stopped shaving.
Yeah.
All of my parts.
All your parts. Listen,
Except for my beard. I have to pluck.
on your face.
I have to pluck my beard.
Your face beard, you
My
mean.
face beard.
Listen, look at me. Do you hear me complaining?
No.
Okay.
They bother me.
Right. You're a natural beauty,
Oh my god.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to play the sad music?
No.
How about the romantic music?
No.
Do you want me to gaze into your eyes and
No.
tell you why,
No.
how much I love your unshaven
No.
parts?
No.
Are you sure? Because I'll do it.
Stop. Enough.
Okay. I will do it.
Enough.
Okay.
All right. Keep
Um,
going.
So,
Look, I had
tell
20
her-
more
tell her
things on his
all
list.
about it.
I've got 5 more things.
Oh my Jesus. How many more things?
Bathing every day isn't as important to me.
What? You're bathing?
I do. I
Oh,
do.
geez, we all appreciate that.
No, I do bathe every day.
Yeah.
At
but
least
it's not
once,
As important
But
to you?
it doesn't feel as important to me. Like I could skip. Like so often. I used to. Let me give you some context. I used to have to start my day with a shower.
I used to bathe a lot.
Right. So now what I do is I tend to go to the gym in the evening at the later part of the day. So I'll shower at night.
And then you don't
I
feel
get up.
inclined to get up.
I look in the mirror. I see my hair's kind of like out of place. I'm like, fuck this shit. And I go out the door. Like, I don't care as much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. You're like,
What
I'm
I,
not
yeah, well, what I experience at work is I
Yeah.
watch you bathe yourself in Purell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I do. I'm constantly hand sanitizing. Yeah.
He's
Oh,
always
boy.
doing it around me. I kind of think he's worried about
No.
catching something.
No,
It's-
he's like that.
I moisturize and I hand sanitize
Yeah,
constantly.
because you dry out with the hand sanitizer.
This is a bad habit I have. Like in meetings with people, I will moisturize.
What?
I'm constantly moisturizing.
Where are you moisturizing?
My arms, my face.
I've seen him do it, too.
You see me do it
They're rubbing his arm.
constantly. Anyways,
That's a little disturbing.
okay. Another thing that's less important to me is my.
It's fine until he goes off his arms and gets into the more personal areas at work. I don't know.
He means my dick. No, I'm just kidding. I've never moisturized my dick at work. Okay. In the car before I go to work, yes. Oh, legs! You're such a bad influence on me. What did Frog say?
It's one place you don't want to put hand sanitizer either.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's not do that.
Oh, should I tell you this story?
No,
Something I did when I was a
no.
a preteen.
Can we just keep moving?
All right, remind me to
Fine.
tell you.
There's
Just
2 more
remind me
things.
sometime to tell you the nail polish story.
If you tell that story, I'll tell you my preteen story too.
All right, I'm just gonna write this down for the next episode, the nail polish story, and I will tell it to you. Okay.
Okay, and I'll give you something to remind you about
Okay.
Liquid heat.
liquid heat.
Liquid heat.
Liquid heat. Oh boy, liquid heat. Okay.
I'm just gonna. Can I just say it real quick?
No. You'll come on. You'll come on next time. What?
Fine.
Oh, what do you want me to do? Just say it out loud.
It's okay.
Just say it.
It's okay. She used his name.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can cut that out.
What?
Yeah, we have a problem.
Frog said your name. I got you. Don't worry. I'll edit it out. I know you don't care, but I'll do it anyways. So, all right. Okay. Another thing that's not as important to me is my physical performance. Now, Stomping Jen, I
You're just
realize.
gonna phone it in. Is that what you're?
Yeah, it's Stomping Jen. I realize this could be important to you, but it's not so
Well,
important. No,
well,
I just
well.
mean generally, like at the gym.
Uh-huh.
Okay, when I'm on the treadmill
Yeah.
and I happen to be running 6.5 miles an hour, and I see some person next to me running 7.7. I don't feel a need to compete with them. I don't feel
I never felt the
less
need
than
to
I did.
compete with people.
Listen, I used to push myself at all costs to achieve the highest levels of physical performance I could, right? And I don't, it's not important to me anymore.
Stomping Jen.
Hmm?
Is that true, Stomping Jen?
I,
We're not talking about sex. We're talking about like physical
yeah,
sports
he's
stuff.
talking about competitiveness at
Well,
the.
I'm talking about sex.
He's always takes his performance very seriously.
Yes. Thank you, Stomping Jen.
He's always concerned.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. All right. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
They're giggling.
Let's just say Sawtooth makes sure his partners cross the finish line before he does. Okay? If we're sticking with the sports metaphors, that's very important to him.
All right.
All right. Should we move on?
Mhm.
I might edit out that whole segment.
Yeah.
That was awkward. All right. Okay. I'm less concerned now about what things mean existentially.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Gone so long without any of that.
Like that burp. I would sit there and say, what does it mean that I burped at that point in this podcast? Right? Like, I don't care anymore. I just burped. Who gives a shit what it might mean?
I don't know.
Right?
What you're talking about.
Okay. Anyway, I don't spend a lot of time worrying about what things mean anymore. Like that look you're giving me now.
Yeah. Okay.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything.
It's better I don't think about
Worried
it.
about that.
It's better I
You should-
don't think about it. All right. You said this. Both of you said this. What other people think.
You said that already.
I did.
Yeah. I don't know what list you're
Oh,
reading
yeah.
from
Look at
anymore.
that.
You wrote it down twice?
Yeah.
It was so unimportant to you at
Yeah,
this
look at
point
that.
juncture in your life that you wrote it down twice.
Yep. I said it twice. And
I think that's something with youth.
Yeah.
You feel like you need to be liked. You want people to like you,
Yeah.
and then you realize later in life that fuck them.
Yeah.
I still want people to like me. I just don't care so much about
yeah, no.
my
mean-
unshaved armpits and my
Yeah. And
tattoos
I mean,
on my arm.
yeah, I do want to be liked, but at the end of the day, like Leg said, and like you said, Stomping Jen, if somebody doesn't like me, there's not much I can do. I try to bring my authentic self,
Yes.
and
Yep.
if you don't like that, well, I don't got nothing for you. So the last thing on my list was, I don't care so much anymore, and obsess about what tomorrow is gonna bring. I've gotten very good, I think, at just going to bed and being like, whatever the fuck happens tomorrow happens. I might die tomorrow.
Mhm.
I hope I don't, but fuck it.
It's not a tumor.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna fucking worry about it.
Well, you have no control.
Well, you do have some control,
I mean, if you do stupid shit.
right? I mean, I try to limit the amount of stupid shit I do in the world, but
Right.
Every once in a while, you'll get that. Somebody dies of real strange, random, horrible death,
yeah,
and you just go, boy, I bet you when they woke up this morning, they thought they were coming home tonight.
yeah, it happens all the
Sure
time.
happens. Yep.
Fucking people driving down the highway and they get a fucking iron rod that flies through their windshield and impales them. It happens to people.
Yep.
That kind of shit. So, all right. Do you want to hang around for the next section? That's it for the lists for what we're up to. We're going to do our review of The Irishman. If you haven't watched that, you might not want to hang around for this.
No, okay. That's fine. You can let us go.
All right.
The one thing I would like to, before we leave,
Yes.
one thing I'd like to recommend, though, is
Go ahead, please.
We watched this movie tonight
Go ahead.
called Yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I
Oh,
want to
the
see that.
Beatles
That's on my
movie.
list.
It's but I don't know how Frog feels about it, but I thought it was just really a neat movie.
That's the one where this guy time travels or something, right? And the Beatles
So
are not.
He has an accident. A bus hits him,
Yeah.
and in his recovery, he's starting to realize the Beatles don't exist anymore.
Huh.
Yeah.
So he gets knocked into an alternate universe or something.
So yeah, and basically he spends the rest of the movie trying to remember all the scores. He's a singer. Anyways, it's
Composer?
Yeah, I want to see that. You said it's on Amazon Prime right now?
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
put that on the list.
Yep, I got it right here. Cool. All right, we'll watch that for sure.
Yeah.
All
came
right.
out last summer, and I don't remember it being out. Anyways,
No, I remember it coming out and definitely wanting to see it.
Yeah, I just didn't know it was on streaming yet.
Yeah. All right. So listen, Legs, I want to say one last thing to you.
Mm-hmm.
We're at an hour and 24 minutes.
That's all you're.
This is gonna go another probably 15 or 20 minutes. I don't want to hear any shit about how this episode was too long because you're on it.
Oh, it's me that made it go over, and it's because I'm amazing. You know?
Listen, despite your few senior moments.
So Frog is sitting here shaking her head in disgust.
No, despite your few senior moments, we'll excuse those. You were a good guest. We enjoyed having you. We'll have you again. But we're really looking forward to having both of you back here.
Mm-hmm.
Frog Legs. That's what we want. We like Frog Legs. Legs is fine. But we really enjoy Frog Legs. That's what we want.
Great. Sounds
All
good.
right. So, have a good evening. I'm going to hang up now.
All right.
Okay?
It
And
was lovely to speak with both of you.
And Legs,
Thank you.
I will unfortunately probably see you tomorrow at Large University.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still hoping for a late opening.
We'll get a late opening, I'm convinced.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Have a good evening.
All right. Bye
You
now.
too. All
Okay.
right, good
See you
night.
later. Bye. Well, that was fun. No?
You always. Well, that was fun.
It wasn't fun? I
Right.
shouldn't say that it was fun?
Are you gonna play our bumper so we can wrap this shit up?
Oh, okay.
Recorded in front of a live studio audience.
You want to get out of here, huh?
Yeah, I'm done.
Really?
I mean, tired.
Are we not watching anything? We're going to go to bed?
No, we'll watch something. We're gonna entertain ourselves.
Silicon Valley?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so this is where we're going to tell you about what we're up to. We're going to
What
do
we've
it.
been entertaining ourselves with.
All right, we're not going to do a review of The Irishman.
No.
We're going to recommend The Irishman.
So The Irishman is 3.5 hours long.
Right, it is Martin Scorsese's most recent film that he simultaneously released on Netflix and in the theaters.
Oh,
And
it's in the theaters?
yes.
Jesus Christ.
And it tells the story of the mobster who allegedly assassinated Jimmy Hoffa,
Right.
the union boss from the 60s and 70s.
Yeah. It
60s. Go ahead, Stomping
It was
Jen.
good.
I loved it. I was
I mean,
transfixed.
It's a mob movie.
I mean, if you've seen Goodfellas, if
Yeah.
you've seen any Martin Scorsese movie, Casino, you will love this
I
movie.
mean, it has Pacino, De Niro, Joe
Here-
Pesci,
Here's what I want
Bobby
to say.
Carnivale.
Can I say this?
Yeah, of course you can.
I thought Joe Pesci was the highlight. He was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, he hasn't acted in like 15 or 20 years since this movie. He was incredible. Robert De Niro was amazing. All of the other people were fantastic. Sookie from True Blood was in
Anna
it.
Paquin.
Anna Paquin?
Paquin.
Anna Paquin was in it. It was so good.
Yeah, it was riveting. I mean,
If you can sit down and watch this fucking thing
So,
in 3.5 hours,
we
God bless
also
you.
did not just sit down and watch it
No.
in 3.5 hours. We split it up.
Over 3 days.
No, 2 days.
I thought we started watching it 2 days ago.
No, we watched it last night. We
Oh.
saw about an hour of it, and then we
Okay.
finished it this afternoon because we had a snow day and the kids were busy.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
really, really good, though.
Yeah, it was
Oh
good.
my God.
It was good.
I was transfixed.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. And then it leaves you with a lot of questions like, did he actually do it?
Yeah. And reading some shit on Wikipedia, I'm leaning towards the guy who claims to have assassinated Jimmy Hoffa probably didn't actually do it.
Yeah. I mean, there's.
Although he was involved in it somehow. Oh, big yawn.
Sorry. We also watched a bunch of other movies this weekend. We saw Booksmart,
Booksmart. What's that about?
which was multiple recommendations to us. And
A coming of age story of sorts.
yeah, I'm not
Two
gratuitous.
two women in high
Oh,
school.
two women. So it's like one of those like
Booksmart.
It's like one of those like movies in the genre of like what's the name of that? Oh, now you're yawning.
It's comedy.
It's like raunchy comedy coming of age high
Raunchcom.
school.
Raunchcom. Raunchcom.
I had a lot of issues with it.
Raunchcom.
I'm not really quite sure why it was so highly recommended.
Raunchy cum. Raunchcom.
And then the other movie that we saw was He Won't Get Far on Foot.
Oh, I forgot about that. How
Yeah.
could I forgot about that?
I only mentioned it at the beginning that we should talk about it really quick.
Oh.
So this was the story of John Callahan, who was a alcoholic who became a quadriplegic and a comic,
Yeah, a comic
writer.
strip artist.
right, in the genre of like Gary
Single panel
Larson.
comic strips.
He had his comics in Hustler and other types of mediums.
Yeah.
And Joaquin Phoenix plays.
It was amazing. He did
John
not play the
Callahan.
Joker.
Yeah, but it was pretty well done. It was very good.
Oh my God, it was so good.
Yeah, it was riveting.
Yeah. And
and Jonah Hill is in it, and he's amazing.
and he was, oh my God, he was awesome.
incredible.
Yeah, he was
So,
really good.
That was highly recommend that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, we didn't watch any other. We just watched. We tried to binge watch as much Discovery as we could because
Yeah.
we're watching it with the
We
kids.
talked enough about Discovery.
Yeah, and,
We're going to run off now and watch Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
The Watchmen. We're not getting to the Watchmen tonight because
No, it's too late.
It's 10:45 when we're recording this.
Yeah, it's too late.
And that's an intense show.
Yeah, we did catch up on Survivor, which we're still enjoying.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen The Walking Dead.
And let's invite people. If you have things that you think we would enjoy,
Yeah.
let us know.
Please give us recommendations.
On Facebook.
Yeah. Did you know that Lost in Space is coming back
Oh, I love that.
right before Christmas?
What's that fucking doctor's name?
I don't know, but did you?
Dr. Evil. What's her name?
What?
The bad doctor.
Oh, Parker Posey.
That's the actress.
I know. I forget her name.
Dr. Smith?
No, I don't think that's it.
It's Dr. Smith.
The other thing that's coming back in December
Yeah.
is Mrs. Maisel.
Oh, Mrs. Maisel.
That comes back next weekend.
I need a Fleabag replacement.
Yeah, well, we can go to that Fleabag Live thing. They added 2 more shows in December.
Get tickets.
All right.
I want to see Fleabag.
All right.
I like Fleabag.
All right. Well,
All
there's
right.
no more like Fleabag series.
I know there's no more Fleabag.
That's done.
This is the way we get more Fleabag, by going to Fleabag Live.
All right, I'm done.
Are you done?
Love you all out there in the world.
I want to say this. Stomping Jen does not want to take the time to say this, but I will. Okay?
What?
I want to tell you, especially our new foreign listeners. We love our foreign listeners. We're going to become the foreign podcast of choice. We love you. Thank you for listening to the Soft Serve podcast. If you want to call into the Soft Serve podcast,
Yeah, leave us a message.
hit us up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Hit me up
We'll
on
call you.
Instagram. We'll fucking call the shit out of you.
Yeah, we'll call anybody.
Okay?
Let us know.
You can be on the Soft Serve podcast,
You
and we
wanna
can
be- We should have a sweepstake.
ask your opinion,
Mm-hmm,
and you can give your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
There'll have to be a vetting process, I think, though.
No, let's just leave it open to the universe.
All right, listen, people.
Let us know.
We love you. We are grateful for you. At least I am. Stomping Jen isn't, but I am. And without further ado, I want to say this to you. Stomping Jen,
Yeah.
what do you want to say?
Bye now.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Nice looking guy, yeah? 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 Nice looking guy, yeah?
Good evening, my fellow Americans. America knows that this world of ours, ever growing smaller, must avoid becoming a community of dreadful fear and hate. Those who have freedom will understand also its heavy responsibility. That all who are insensitive to the needs of others will learn charity, and that the sources, scourges of poverty, disease, and ignorance will be made disappear from the earth. And that in the goodness of time, all peoples will come to live together in a peace guaranteed